everyone. We are happy to be here.
As
I am
always.
your host, Kia Hospital, with my fellow co-host, Trey with the Convo, Kilo, Good Street Sam, Naturally Neat, Jupac, and we are the Convo Club. And we so happy to be here. We doing it for the culture tonight.
Yeah. And the convo wouldn't be a convo without our narrator. The show, we got our girl Co on the floor.
What's your uncle?
How you feeling, Co? You good? Yeah. So Co is the narrator of the show. Anything y'all need, questions, comments, concerns, remarks, bitches, gripes, whatever you have, you could get with Co and she'll show you where to go.
You rhyming tonight?
Take it to the mic.
It's part of the culture.
It's part of the culture.
It's part of the culture.
Y'all got to break that down. What that mean? What is the culture?
Yeah, which culture? Which culture you belong to?
The black culture.
All right. I'll just,
You already know which one with me.
don't
If
know.
you black, put your fist
You
up.
might be mixed. You might be mixed, you know?
You might
might
be
be
mixed.
mixed.
Mongolian or something.
You got that 1% in you.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico. One of them Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Rico.
Well, that's a good segue into how do you identify, you know? As a, I guess, African-American person, black person, I'm black.
I'm black, y'all.
I'm black.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black,
I
y'all.
don't call it nothing else but that. Like, I don't feel a reason to be
Yeah.
African-American. I mean, I ain't been to Africa, so that's just American, right?
Yeah, so like my thing is I think African American describes anyone of African descent. But I think the black experience is completely separate from being African American. The example I always give is Barack Obama. Like everybody say he's the first black president.
You
I
watch
just
your
don't agree.
goddamn mouth. Man.
I don't agree.
You watch your goddamn mouth talking about my president.
Uh,
Talking about my goddamn president.
So you saying Biden ain't your president?
Who? Oh, no, I fuck with Trump.
Plot twist.
I fuck with Trump.
You ain't got the
Hey,
you
look.
ain't got the shoes, though. You ain't got the shoes.
I couldn't get them. They sold out.
Sold out, brother.
I'm about to change my
y'all
name.
saw the
on.
January 6th? Y'all saw the
That's
Trump
what they
shoes?
call for
Trump's-
real?
No,
Trump got-
man, niggas was in
no.
the comments calling the January 6th. Trump got his own sneaker, and the dude on Fox News was like, "Oh, black people gonna vote for Trump now because you know they love sneakers." So that
Damn.
became
That's
like
racist.
a whole.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like
Hey,
Right.
he might have been wrong about the first part, but black people do love
We
sneakers.
love it. We love it.
I ain't lying. He
Man,
should have
of
made
God.
like his own Jordan 1. He should have made like a
Oh
Jordan.
man. Oh.
Boy, he would have made a Jordan with the right color where you would have had niggas for sure.
that's wild.
Y'all don't like that gold?
Fuck no.
That look
That
like some
all
boxing
gold is
shoes.
nasty.
It ain't
all
all
it,
gold.
nigga,
It ain't all gold.
He did too
It's-
much
it's
Trinidad
gold.
on there.
With
With the American flag on it.
American flag.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's the littest shit a president ever
That's
did.
what I
bro.
said.
I'm fucking with that.
Ignorant. That's
That's what
why.
I said.
I'm
Abraham
fucking
Lincoln
with
ain't had
that.
no shoes.
Nobody has a shoe.
Like Jordan signed all these people. He could have gave Barack Obama a shoe.
Shoe
He
contract.
could've.
Nah.
Barack ain't want no shoes.
Trump lived for that shit.
We need change. Barack probably would have got a penny loafer or something like that. Like
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
Sperry or
Like,
something. He
oh,
would have been a
wait till-
Sperry man.
right, a
He get a Sperry.
Boat shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Little
Some
Eastland.
head dudes.
Eastland.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Not so much on the head. Look, I got up here at home. Don't do the
How
head.
y'all identify though? Y'all are y'all a part of the black community? Are y'all Negroes?
What?
Man, you gotta be at least
No, man,
76 to
because
be a Negro.
the old heads be like, nah, you know, in my day we was considered Negroes, and that's, you know, I'm a part of the NAACP. You know,
Colored.
Right.
the
No.
colors.
Don't call
Man,
me
do
colored.
not call
People
me
Do
of
colored.
not
color.
call me colored.
Don't
people
call
of
me
color.
that.
That's no.
I fucking hate that.
right?
But you know what though? Like white people do think that saying black is offensive, and they'll call people colored to this day.
Call me the color. Don't
Yeah.
call me colored.
They say colored.
So let's set the record straight. What you want to be called?
Black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I can't be nothing else but black.
Black. Here we go. Here we go.
African American. You are African American.
Nah, man. I identify as a viber.
Oh, Lord.
Man, that
Okay,
shit ain't on no
Ray,
side.
we
That shit ain't
know.
on no application, man. You can't.
That's how I
Nigga,
identify.
you
man.
other. That's what you
That's
doing?
me. I identify as a viber, man. I mean, of course, I'm black. I'm black as hell.
Okay. So like,
You black.
You ask how I identify. I identify as I'm a viber.
This
so
racial
whenever
goes down
on
there.
the race spot
Application.
on application,
Which they need to
what do
take
you
off.
put?
Nigga put other.
N-A.
I choose not to whatever they say.
So you an N-A,
Yeah.
not applicable.
NA. I'm
NA.
a V, Viber. I'm gonna write that next time, Viber.
Man, they
Viber.
gonna take your
Who is this Viber guy? One of those.
Facts.
He's no vibing here. Jive turkey.
What is that? Is that something new they gonna
Nah,
start? You
man,
know they got all kind of
Yeah.
new stuff coming out, so
Is
they
this
gonna
like
go
the
to Google,
Gen Z
try to
X
figure
or
out what
they
it
gonna add you to the community.
Cause
Right.
I'm all like,
is. LGBTQB.
oh yeah.
Y'all stupid.
Nah, man, I do like I just feel like I move across Earth, and I'm attracted to people who vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what color they is.
But that's not what we talking about though. Like that's something different.
You asked
Like
me
what do you racially identify as?
black? I got to put that.
We all
You
black.
should have just said it.
We black, y'all.
You asked me how
We
I
black, y'all.
identify.
But we talking about
that's
that's
what we
that's
asking.
something different. Like that's like personality or like
That's you.
I will say this. I've decided that if I get stopped by the police, I'm gonna identify as a white woman.
as a white woman.
As a white woman?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Another white
Like
man.
when they stop you and pull you over? Like,
How you
put your
gonna
window
talk?
on.
Like,
I'm gonna talk like myself.
put the window down, sir.
I'm not a sir.
Huh?
You a
Not
man.
right
He
now.
not a sir. He's a white
That's
one.
not how I
I'm not a
identify.
sir.
So you take me to jail, you gotta take me to the women's jail.
But you gotta have that on your license though. Like
So you like Uncle
I
Ruckus.
just started identifying that.
Because apparently you could
You take my paperwork and go through.
you could change your
You
identity.
know what I'm saying? Like,
He got
Hey, man,
reversed
you know-
vitiligo.
hey man, you know the line's long at the DMV. Like
Like, come on, you know I ain't got time.
like step out of curse car, sir. Like,
That's disrespectful.
That's
Your
disrespectful
supervisor over
now.
here. Get your supervisor over here.
violated me.
Man, that's crazy. So let me
At
ask you
y'all
this.
looking.
So if you get stopped by the police and you identify as a white woman, you're not gonna switch it up? You're not gonna switch the voice up? You just gonna
Nope.
white woman with a black man voice.
They gonna treat me different. They gonna be like, "Have a nice day, ma'am." I'm gonna pull off.
And you believe that?
That shit don't go like that.
Hell no, I don't believe that. Who y'all think
Hey, I ain't
I am?
gonna
Not
I've
either.
seen
Not
too
either.
many videos.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. White people be bucking on the police though.
Man,
They
shit,
do.
I ain't doing that.
They be bucking
Like
on
crime mob.
Talking about like crime.
They be knocking, they bucking. They
What
do
the
be
fuck are
ready
you
to
stopping
fight.
me for?
Wait, why didn't you do anything, Billy?
I seen a dude blowing the
Now
police
stop
for
it
the
now.
parade.
Oh, I swear, you do it one more time, I'm gonna go get it.
What
That's
kind
how
when
of
you
you
know
gotta
you
talk.
got the
what kind of voice is that?
That was the white man voice. I don't know.
Audacity.
The Caucasity.
Talking about a white man. Boy. White man name what? What's his name?
Billy.
Jim.
Billy.
Billy Fungy.
Is
I feel like Billy got too much play with.
So
it.
Jim,
Jim, that motherfucker.
That's
He got that shit on, and he talk regular. to
that
the
nigga had that
police.
crow on too. Raggedy bitch.
Jim?
Jim.
That's
Somebody had that crow.
You know what his friend?
right.
He did have that crow on.
Boy, y'all crazy, boy.
Y'all Josie, but it's part of the culture.
But wait, this kind of off topic. But did y'all see that video of that basketball player that Brittany
Oh man.
Oh, Brittany Griner?
Brittany-
talking?
Yeah. She
Y'all
got a
saw
lot
the
of
video that Joe
testosterone.
Jackson posted?
Yeah.
Oh man, boy, I watched that video
I didn't
so
see
many
it.
times.
Yeah.
Talking
So
about
like she
Brittany
has a
Griner?
strangely
Yeah,
deep
her
voice.
She
is
out?
deep. She sounds like a man.
who? Benny Grant?
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah.
she doing the hormone therapy.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know she
But
was.
somebody,
I didn't even know
said
she was
had
out
like
the
vocal
pen.
cord surgery or something like that, huh? Is that a thing?
Or what?
Vocal cord surgery for you to
yeah.
sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that?
I'm
You
assuming.
could get
Yeah,
your
man,
voice.
her voice
What you
is
could make your
deep.
voice deeper?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I'm about to fuck with that.
That what you gonna do? I'm getting
Yeah.
auto tune. Me.
I want my-
T-Pain.
I want my
Give me the
shit.
T-Pain version.
Zabaraj, nigga.
I always wanted to talk like Barry White. Nigga.
This is extremely
I
off topic.
talk
They
like
got-
Barry White.
They got videos on YouTube like for guys transitioning into women. Like they got videos on how to teach you to get to that upper register to sound like a woman.
Oh man.
So like they have to practice that every day.
Like talking above like they larynx and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but when you listen to it, it's like it's a legitimate like study of voices, and somebody has come up with a whole way for you to sound like a woman.
Wow, that's interesting.
My voice get high enough already when I get worked up.
Your voice, you be cracking.
Yeah, you know, when you get me worked up, I take it up. What the fuck you mean?
Shit, they got real.
Right.
All right, man, let's move on.
Right.
Let's switch.
Yes.
So,
I mean,
Yeah, speaking of switch, we about to bring up code switching.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like most black people, they have two languages. Like they have like the black and then they have the white, when necessary. Do y'all code switch?
Absolutely.
Now, see, I don't like it the way that I don't like that. I don't like it to be worded like that.
Like I gotta
Because,
change up.
Like I like proper.
Proper.
Like yeah, like like we
talking
have
proper?
like yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have like that slang talk,
Mhm.
and then we have that proper talk.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when you feel like you talk proper though, or code switch.
Yeah, like when is it?
When I'm not
would you
talking to my
consider a code
homegirl.
switch?
When I'm at work.
Yeah. In a professional setting
Yeah, pretty much.
where you have to turn off the slang and pronounce your words correctly.
I don't think I really turn off my slang. I mean, of course, if I'm talking to my partners, I'm more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I try to speak as correctly as I can all the time, but when I talk to people I don't know, I try to tighten it up a little bit. I don't feel like I'm code switching,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, at the same time, I kind of talk like whoever I'm around sometimes.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
do that shit
Man,
too.
he
Like,
do that too.
Man, I can't
Hey,
control
bro.
it. I can't control it.
is
Like,
something wrong with us?
I realized that when I was
Yes.
overseas, like when I get around
What's your son?
Mexicans or whatever, and I just end up talking like them. And then I
Fucking
get around
right.
Asians and I'll be like,
hey, look.
What's up, buddy? I just say shit like that.
Right. Hey.
I'm like, why
What
did I
got
say
into
that?
me?
Hey, look.
But they fuck with it.
A couple people told me that's very offensive. I ain't
For
gonna
real?
lie to you. Fucking right.
Hey,
I
man.
do that shit too. Like soon as I see
It'd be accident.
Mexican, I be like, my friend. My friend. Like
You know
that shit
Yeah.
so offensive here. Like, bro, that's so offensive to us. Like,
I'm sorry.
cause you gotta think of it. Like, what if somebody white be like, what's your Sam?
Man, they do that all the time.
Like, what's your
What's
you
your
mean?
Trey, son?
What
You
you
be
mean?
like, man.
Bitch.
That
Who is you?
don't happen to
Who is you?
Man,
You
I
know me?
Man, I know Buku white been talking like that.
Right. What a Chase tell you that? What's your Sam,
I'd be
son?
like, shit, what's down with it? I wouldn't even think twice.
So I think I'm the opposite. I feel like I've always had a default, like, proper voice, and I had to train myself to like talk with like the hood vernacular, like the African American vernacular. Like, I think as a young person growing up around just like my mom, my aunts, like they was real strict about your syllables and making sure that you pronounce words correctly. And my aunt, like the worst when it comes to you don't got. Like if you say that in front of her, like she gonna stop the whole conversation
But
until.
fuck, I ain't got it.
Man, I do that too, though. I do that too. Like,
So like I didn't grow up like speaking hood, quote unquote, in the house. Like that didn't come until I started going to school. And even then it was like it wasn't necessary for me to do it. Like I didn't feel like I had to fit in to do it. I think the older I got, the more I did it. But like I feel like my default voice is just a proper English because that's how I was trained.
So
English,
you came from a proper speaking family?
From my aunts, like all of my aunts and my mom were college educated people. My grandmother, on the other hand, she was just like real hood with it. And I spent a lot of time with her, but I got corrected so much, I never spoke like my grandmother.
It became a habit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It became a natural habit.
So, like, what is it now? Like, what's your house voice?
Like this.
It-
This is like, I try to like blend them so I don't have to change. So even when I'm at work, like this is how I speak to people. And because like I am like the articulate nigga, like that's a whole stereotype, but because I am the articulate person in the room, I tend to try not to be proper when I'm at work.
Okay, I got you.
I pull back some because it always comes off as like, this nigga think he know everything.
Facts.
So I just pull back.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we all do that to people that speak like super proper. You know what I'm saying? You be like, because like just coming from where I come from, I got about 10, 12 years in the oil field. Like if you don't know how to code switch, I feel like your career is limited.
right?
Absolutely.
We in South Louisiana. This the oil
Yeah.
field. A lot of people. But I'm just saying, like a lot of us ain't start off entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, we got a.
come up to
we
the
got
mic. Come up to the
Get your
mic.
ass up.
Yeah, get your ass
You
up.
ain't got comfy.
Hey, you gotta get. Hey, you
Now
gotta
you got a
give.
code switch.
You gotta
your
give them that
location.
introduction. Who you is? Tell them who you is.
Not
Man, you
really.
can't
bring
sit
that
right
chill.
You
there.
gotta chill. That's your shout.
Hey, you can't say that much.
No, look, we got a camera right
Yeah.
there. We got
That camera
a
is
camera
pointing
right
at
there.
you.
It's pointing at me.
Yeah,
Right
what's
there,
your
baby.
name? Looking at it.
Hey, what's down with y'all? I'm born in Celestine's Junior.
Yeah. What's your other name?
Man, look, they call me Barney. That's it. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Slugged up
You ain't
shorty.
trying to tell him who he is.
Man,
He code switching right now.
See, this the thing though, son. Like, like I want to like get y'all the floor, and I don't want to feel like I'm still in the show.
Now you good.
I truly feel like I'm Jesus' little brother. Like,
Hey, call me. What's up, bro? Jesus, little brother.
like that's my strength and my confidence, right?
Bro.
Like I stand on that. Like I walk up to old ladies in church, and like they try to judge me off of the Bible I know, and it's like, look, be like, either we can sit here and be mad at each other, or we can praise God. What's him?
Huh?
Right.
Cause like they so quick to judge, cause they look at us like our culture, how we look. You know what I'm saying? Like Master P did it. You understand? Like Master P did it with a mouth full of goals.
Mm-hmm.
But he took him out.
He took him out for
I
what
feel like
reason?
he
We
took
don't know
him
why
out when he
took him
went.
out.
I feel like he took him out when he went more corporate. I think he talked about that on something actually.
And
Why
look,
why
and
he
look.
took his goals out?
And look, nigga like me, I'm like, I started entrepreneur because my family have businesses, and it's like they black, they did it, so it's like I could do it with the gold teeth.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you want to elevate to certain rounds, like I ain't gonna even say rounds because that's on the spiritual side. When you want to get in certain levels and sectors in business, it's like you truly gotta code switch. Like you truly like my name Barney. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a tough looking cat with gold teeth with a tender sounding name. And the relevance from the name is like, please don't think I'm a teddy bear, baby. Like, like I'm really
Right.
yeah.
You automatically associated with that boy.
Yeah. And it's like let me stick to that. If that's what's gonna pay it, let's pay that week. Let's if it pays that week, let's play that week.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Jet lag.
That's my dog,
Appreciate you.
man.
Good job, Barney.
And my dog be having deep conversations.
For real.
man.
For real, bro.
Barney, the only man who could call me and I'll just walk outside barefoot and just be praising God because he just spoke a word into me.
I told boy he should be a preacher.
Son, when Barney call you, it might be for the most random thing, but it'll turn into a whole sermon. Like, nigga, I'm about to go give my life to Christ tonight.
Right.
Point
That's
gave
why I
deal.
told him when he said Jesus, little brother. That
You
facts.
really is.
Facts. But like I was getting to, that's a good point. Thank you for proving that. Like, you have to code switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked in basically supervising in front office. I see these dudes come to these interviews and like they judge you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's right, but you getting judged from the minute you walk in there. And if you can't speak with a certain vernacular, like
Yeah, he just can't communicate.
you
with
can't.
them.
Right.
Yeah, that's all it
So
is.
the weird thing about that is, I'll give you two examples. White people code switch too.
What?
Yeah, that should be sucking most of the
What?
time.
Now you think that's crazy, right?
What it sound like?
But talk to somebody from Chauvin.
Oh, look. Hold on.
Talk to somebody from Chauvin at a crawfish bar, and then talk to them like on some work shit. Completely different.
Come on.
Completely different. Then the second example I could give, when you think about like the language barrier, like we validate how much a person knows based off of how much we can get out of the conversation.
Uh-huh.
So I'm at this conference for work. This lady has 3 PhDs in chemistry, biology, and one other water science. I don't really know what it was. But she was telling the story about how she had to pretend to be a boy. She's from Afghanistan. She had to pretend to be a boy to go to school. From like kindergarten all the way through high school. She had to pretend to be a boy. So she kept a short haircut, always wear like a sports bra. All the way to college. When she got to college, she escaped Afghanistan, came to America, got her PhD from Harvard, went back, got a second PhD from Yale, and then she went back again and got a third PhD. So I'm giving you background on her. So when she starts talking, I'm like, I know this lady's smart as fuck, but I cannot
I don't know what you're talking
understand
about.
what she's
Right.
saying. Like she got
Right.
this thick ass accent. So I scan the room, and it's like when you talk about like water professionals, like especially like upper level water professionals, is all like middle aged white men. Nobody was interested in what she was saying, so I started going over her notes. I'm like, this is probably the smartest person I've ever heard talk. But because there's a language barrier, it's like I'm missing so much of it. So I think it's kind of the same way. It's so much nuance to our slang that if you on the outside, it's like, oh, he just a ignorant ass dude.
Right.
But like, for example, like if I say what's good on paper, that's just it just reads as what's good. But it's like 12 different.
What's good?
Right.
good.
Yeah, it's like 12 different
Right.
versions
Exactly.
of what's good. Like my tone, my inflection,
Right.
Everything,
my
yeah.
posture, all of that goes into place. So it's like code switching may seem like it's a us thing, but it's like it's universal. It's worldwide. Everybody do it.
I just think black people got the most codes to switch to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's easy for me to fill a person out and just match what they at. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I almost feel like for me, it's almost automatic. Like I don't have to think about when I do it. For example, like I mean, I work from home now, but when I was working in the office, I was the only black person in the office, and I could tell like they didn't know how to take me, they didn't know how to approach me. For one, they thought I was biracial, so they thought I was at least half of them. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they saying certain things. Like I remember when I first started working there, they was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to tell such and such. We got flavor in our office too." So now
Flavor.
Like, which flavor is it?
Not the one in your ear.
That's what I want to know.
Creole
Right.
Cajun.
You know, you got that
And
type
not
of
Flavor
situation.
Flav.
Yeah, so you got that type of situation going on. Now, when I'm at home, I talk like this. When I'm with my family, I talk like this. When I'm outside of work, I talk like this. But when I answer the phone at work, health information, this is Kia speaking. I'm gonna help you.
You sound like
You know
an
what I'm
AI.
saying?
Yes.
Hey, nigga,
You know what I'm
nigga
saying?
hung
You
up
got
on you.
Siri on stage.
Right, for real.
So it's almost like I don't even have to think about it when I get in mixed company. You know,
That would kill
Right.
me every time somebody put their corporate voice on. It get low. Like, do white people talk lower than that? Like every time you put your white voice
I
on, you
don't know. I
talk
think
low
black people
as
just
shit.
naturally loud.
Yeah.
I think we just naturally
I
loud.
feel
so
like
we
whenever
get
it
low.
come down to like code switching for me, being a teacher, I got told, why do y'all all talk like that to each other? So I teach, you know, on that 3 side at Illinois. So I like teaching, and not to say like I'm culturally diverse within, like I want to inspire people who look like me ultimately. So like when me and my students running it, like we'll be at lunch and like we have somebody who is of the tone, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh my God, y'all talk so rough to each other. No, that's just how we understand each other. Like I was like, man, that's Wild Magnolia. What did you mean, Wild Magnolia? That was crazy. What did like? Wait, I thought you was about to like crack up and get wild. No, like we talking in this Wild Magnolia. So I think within that they like, well, maybe you should kind of switch it up whenever you're talking to your students and talk more academically. Why? That's how I build that rapport with them. They're being themselves, and I feel like the person who I am, I'm going to ultimately be myself no matter what. Like Sam say, I think it just depends on where you at, and you naturally gonna have your slang, but you know how to, I guess, professionalize your slang. Because I'm a teacher, so it's like I'm going to talk to you in that way, but I also know like how to not turn up, I guess you can say. But I'm me. So I think we do all code switch, but within certain things, and it just depends on who you around, you're gonna be professionally black. Like it is like I'm professionally black. That's why they tell her like that's professional black tone. I could have cut up and said it in a different way, but it's just how we culturally are.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it. I think for me, it's just me being the only black person. There's so many different microaggressions that I just don't want to
Right.
do. Hair, stuff like that. Is this your real hair? Like they want to put their fingers in my hair. Like it's too much going on. So it's to the point I just want to clock in,
And clock
do what I
out.
gotta do, and
I ain't
build.
gonna lie, son. I flashed out. Like when I first started growing my hair,
Not flashed up, huh?
and
Boy, they look at you
I'm
different
at
like
work.
a
Like
motherfucker.
it was the
You
first
get
time
flashed out
I
of
had
it,
got
right?
twists. So I go to work, and one of the office managers, she walked in. She was like, "Oh, I love your hair," and she like ran.
Rake that bitch. She raked it.
I said, "Bitch!" Before
It just
an
came out.
instinct.
That reflex.
And then I was like, I ain't even about to apologize for it because you done touched me. Like I don't,
Right.
I'm not grabbing you. Don't fucking touch me.
Right.
But
Right.
it turned into a whole thing, and I realized I'm like, oh shit, like women gotta go through this shit like all the time.
You should have
You
filed
had
sexual
that
harassment on him.
realization moment.
Right.
It flipped the switch in me. I'm like,
They
fuck
don't be having
this.
boundaries.
Can I
Don't
ask
talk about whenever they do it right after you wash your hair.
Bruh.
Oh man.
Like,
Dirtied it
bruh,
up, huh?
I just washed all them sins out of and all that negative energy out of my hair. And you didn't touch it again?
What you got, Cole?
Before we go to the next topic, I want to say that everything that I heard you guys talk about, it don't resonate. Code switching don't resonate with me with any of those things because like it's like I didn't even know the phrase code switching until
Me
we started
either.
talking about this, right? But what y'all describing to me is professionalism. Y'all talking about acting accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Where you at, who you around. I don't really think that's code switching. And if I had to give a definition, I would say it would be being like switching who you are to fit in, or like you know what I'm saying. So if you are around a group of people that's of a different race, and you like leaving your black side because y'all black, but you switching. That's what I would say code switching is. Otherwise, like you said, everybody do it because you act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? They acting like that at work because they're at work. At home, you know what I'm saying? Also, it's purpose driven. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, if it's gonna make you some money, what's your purpose?
Right.
What's the purpose?
And it's super persuasive too, cuz. Like when you got a code switch, you gotta be persuasive in your
Right.
code switch.
Is purpose driven or
Believable.
acting accordingly?
All right, y'all.
But so like for me, I think like
I'm being super manipulative when I code switch.
Right. It's intentional. It's intentional.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, bitch, I want that hate.
Like you done changed the clothes and everything. Like I'm about to be the whole thing.
I mean, but at the same time, like y'all don't feel like that's assimilation? Like
To a degree.
that's for me, like I think my blackness is sacred, so I don't want to compromise that. And
Well,
But are you compromising it because you talking different? It's really you just speaking correct English. I mean, that's what talking different is, right? That's
Right.
what we talking about. Are you speaking correctly? It's a English language that we learn.
but so that's the thing. Like when we use words like proper and correct, there is no correct because there's dialects all over the world.
Okay.
This is true.
Even if you're talking about somebody from South Louisiana versus North Louisiana, like our dialect is completely different. Like they might have a different type of slang that we're not even used to, but that's a cultural dialect that we have to respect. So when I talk about code switching, and when I learned about code switching, I always attributed it to assimilation. Like this is the standard, and you have to keep up with this standard. I know that I have to manipulate people in order to get that bag, so I can move forward. But at the same time, I know this. Not everyone is going to be willing to compromise who they are to get either a job, a promotion, a loan, whatever it may be. But to me, at the end of the day, it's all about assimilation. I feel like white folks have bludgeoned us to death with this is the standard and you better keep that standard.
What's up, Nate Cat?
Nate Kid in the
What's going on? What's
building.
going on? So, my thing is, I think code switching kind of has like a negative connotation in a way, as in like a lot of people try to look at it as like, oh, you code switching, you're trying to be different. But I try to look at it as you're being a chameleon. Like you said, working offshore. Like I work in a industry similar to offshore, where it's like I'm around different types of people, and I have to change. Like even my homeboys that I work with, they'll tell you, like, yeah, we might be clowning. We might say some wild stuff, but when you get in that group of like, higher ups, you have to be a chameleon. You have to adapt, like
Exactly.
shape shift on something,
Exactly.
not being a lizard or nothing, but you got to shape shift and just kind of mold yourself to that. So I really think like code switching has a negative connotation, and I really just think the word that we should use would be chameleon, because if not, people kind of run off with it, kind of like the stashing last time.
Please leave that word over there.
Are you code switching right now, Nick? That's how you
Right.
talk? That's how you talk? Like how you talking right now? That's how you talk?
I actually talk really, really low, but when
No,
I
I'm
get-
just saying, like,
Oh,
you sound pretty,
yeah,
you know,
Proper.
proper, bro.
Sound like
See
you
what I'm saying?
graduated.
That's what we do right there. That's a perfect
Right.
example.
Like he want the van. He a Vander
No, like,
Candy.
I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Nah.
I really had a question for
I understood him.
So like when y'all at work, like in y'all setting, and when y'all like talking how y'all talk, like when y'all get up there with the big bosses, do y'all still like have y'all voice in the room, like how y'all is with each other, to like ship a change, or do y'all be like quiet? To a certain extent. I'm about to say our company allows us to do that. We not dealing with corporate who you don't see until once a year or something like that. Like
Y'all dealing with some coon ass white boys.
yeah, we see them on
Hey.
like you fucking cowboys with their youth.
change up, but it's like we not cursing and just off the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna respect what's in the room.
Gotcha.
We still love though because, like I said, we allowed to do that.
Hey,
Not everybody's allowed.
Can I ask a quick question? How many people in here worked at a job where there was the only black employee? God. All right, I just wanted to see, cause I mean that was definitely my experience.
Man, I made history. Me and Sam made history.
Yeah, real shit. This nigga, like literally,
This company was open for 30 years, bro. Me and Sam was the first black supervisors over there, bro.
I need a statue in the middle of the city.
We gonna
Thank
get
you, bro. I
that.
appreciate that.
We
dog. I
gonna
ain't
get
lie
that.
to you.
We gonna get that.
A lot of code switching. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We went to a restaurant one time and we was the only two black people in the whole restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And we was sitting under a spotlight.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, y'all got to move.
Like they set us in the
Y'all
room
was-
where
There
everybody
was
could
some
see
get
us.
out shit. I was
Y'all
looking
the
around.
entertainment for the night.
I be clutching.
Started getting hot. Like, what's going on there, y'all?
What you got, Kobe?
Like they sent you like the table like to the back with the lights.
It's like it was Get Out.
Right.
I felt like we was on Get Out. I said, nah. What's up, baby?
So basically, code switching is a skill.
Oh, it
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
I think, it's
Oh,
definitely
yes.
It's all
That bitch a craft.
That should have given me a whole nother profession. Reporting here live, as you guys can tell.
Right.
You know what I'm
Expert
saying?
code switching.
Expert
I'm
code switching.
gonna put that on my resume.
Yeah,
You
like
gotta
see, you can't be a weather woman talking like how you talk. On
Right,
the
like
podcast.
if I'm on the weather, what was Jam? It's Channel 4, y'all. It's gonna get hot outside.
Man, look, hey, today,
you know, but think
Listen,
about
man.
it though.
If a person from Atlanta with that deep Atlanta accent was the weather person, I'd watch that shit every day.
But
So
that's
if
not
the
what they gonna
weatherman
hire.
came
But they're not
on,
gonna hire me
know
though
that's
based
so
on
funny.
that
if
though.
the
But it would be
weatherman
dope.
came on the news and be like, man, today it's gonna be hotter than a motherfucker. I'm gonna be
Ooh,
like, so you
I
know
fuck with
exactly
that.
how hot that is. You gonna be like,
Exactly.
fuck,
So y'all don't be saying
I ain't even going
that's
out that
boy,
bitch.
hot as hell. That's different. Boy,
Y'all don't be
hot
seeing the
than a
weathermen
bitch.
that be doing like the challenges where they like people just name a song in the comments and then the next day when they do the weather they put all the lyrics from the song.
Nah, I ain't see that
Hell
shit.
no.
No, y'all, that's the whole thing.
I don't watch the news.
Yeah,
That's fire.
it's a whole fucking thing.
Fuck that.
So come on, man. He the Stuart Scott.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And that's what I'm saying. We attribute like that professional voice as you know what the fuck you talking about. When in actuality, it's all about the facts.
Cause they be
Right.
lying, like you know,
Right.
like
Like, if you
weather
tell
be
me-
wrong like a motherfucker.
Fucking right.
It's gonna be raining in the motherfucker tomorrow. If it
Right.
rain, hey, that
You
dude,
right.
What are you talking
It
about?
might rain.
It's
That's all I care about. Is the
Especially
facts.
if it's raining like a motherfucker.
Right.
That
Right.
start raining hard.
Man, it's raining like a bitch
That nigga-
outside.
right. Damn. Nigga said that.
But anybody else in the audience had anything to input on code switching?
Switching them codes.
No,
No, so
for sure.
next topic. Can black people be racist?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm going.
You mean like can they like is it okay or like are they
No.
I feel like you know what?
No, I said no.
You say no.
I said
Why you say black people can't be
so you
racist?
said a
Tell me
black
why.
person cannot be
We
racist?
can't be.
Mm-mm.
We black. Like,
Just explain. That's all.
why you say no, sister?
I think racism comes from like deeply rooted trauma that has been placed on black people in slavery, like just like limiting what we can do, like not offering the same benefits, not offering the same knowledge, not allowing us to read, not allowing us to learn. Like you basically crippled a whole race.
So like the
Like we don't have that power.
To cripple the white man.
So
Yeah.
correct. So
I'm rocking
like
with you
the
on that. I'm rocking with you
definition,
on that.
the textbook definition of racism is prejudice plus power.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. there
So
we
I
go.
think black people have the ability to be racist in certain scenarios, but because of the bigger systems at play, it don't even go that far.
Right.
So even like if you was an employer with the ability to reprimand or hire and fire people based on race, that would be such an isolated incident. And on top of that, I know if it went to court, Like your black ass gonna lose your job and probably your company.
Right,
So
right.
I feel like it's very isolated incidents, but I think black people are more prejudiced than anything,
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
and I think that's based off of trauma.
Yeah, they can
Yeah.
be prejudiced and discriminate, but as far as racism, I feel like racism is a system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And you know, we don't have the reins of that system. White
Right.
folks do. So
Right.
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
know some racist black people. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What makes a
But-
black person racist?
Prejudice.
What makes a
Just
black
talked
person
about
racist
that.
versus
They
prejudice?
racist. Well, you know, but anybody I know, they older, so it's by design. Like they kind of experienced it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we not far removed. Like my parents kind of grew up on a plantation a little bit. You know, so it's like they have reason to be. You know, it's a system.
Oh, let me ask. All right, so to be racist, right? Like this is my interpretation of it. Like you are like, it don't matter what other race it is. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's your race at the top and down with all the others. Now, what you speaking on is black people, older black people that just don't like older white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not racist. They don't have a problem with Spanish people or Indian people or Asian people. They have a problem based on the trauma in the past with specifically white people.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's more along the lines of what you're explaining when, you know, people of our parents' age group is like,
Got you.
you know?
Got you.
We so I did an interview with the twins. So the twins had interviewed like all of these elders in the black community a couple of years ago. All of them were like between like 80 and like 95. So as we're having this conversation, the twins are asking them different questions about different things they done been through.
Appreciate
I can see the trauma on these people's faces. So like this one guy, he was probably like 88. Matter of fact, he lived like right down the street at Bone Terror, right across from the bus terminal. And he was talking about how when he was young, they had to walk from Gibson.
God
damn.
It don't matter where he
Right.
is. It's too far.
Gibson.
It's too far already.
Right.
You gotta go.
They had to walk from Gibson to Church Street
Oh,
to go to school
Boy, I'd have been so dumb.
Damn.
every day. And he was like, I can't tell you how many friends I lost on that road going to school where white guys in pickup trucks would try to run us off the road. If we would be walking on the side of the road, we'd have to go hide in the cane fields. The amount of people that he was talking about was missing, who got murdered, who got like tortured on the way to school as a kid. Like you could see that on his face. So he had this like indelible mark on him of not trusting any white person. And that was just only one example. Like we talked to the dude for like 3 hours and he was giving us all of this shit that had happened from his childhood
He
up to him going to the
traumatized, bro.
military. And he was like, when I went to the military, it's like I'm serving this country for the freedom of, you know, these other people all around the world, and I'm not even respected as a man. So when my white counterparts in the military getting the GI Bill, they could buy houses, start all kind of generational wealth. I have no tools because I can't even get the GI Bill. So it's like he was even mad about that. So like all these childhood traumas up to him being an adult, I could see it on his face that he would never in his life trust a white person.
Can
No
black
way, shape,
people
or
trust
form.
white people though?
I'm not sure.
Do y'all trust white people? Like, do you trust a white person?
Yeah, some of them.
Do you trust white people?
Some of them, yeah.
I think that.
I mean,
that,
which white person?
Right.
yeah,
I feel like
I
not the
feel like
ones that, not the
comes
5%ers.
I feel like that comes with like energy reading along
Yeah.
with like anybody,
Right,
like
right.
with any race, like you know, like
Because
yeah, like I mean, you know, you meet certain people and you can just feel their energy. Like if your
Yeah.
energy right, then we cool.
I
Like,
gotta be honest. I've had more black people fuck over me in my life than white people.
But is that based on the number of times you trusted black people with your stuff compared to that?
I mean, maybe so, but everybody that I feel like have done me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because we just kind of taught, you know, it was instilled in us like, you know, your mama tell you don't trust white people, don't tell them your business, don't woo woo, don't, and it's just like I don't think you give them a chance to. But why does that same rule not apply? Like, don't let nobody wrong do you, but it's okay to let like family and people get away with shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I feel like that's fucked up. So I gotta say that everybody, most people in my life that have done me wrong was black, and I knew them. You know what I'm saying? So I would trust the white people. Most of the white people I ever like opened up to or asked to show me anything or whatever, they did it with no problem.
I think me by default, like I think I'm a trusting person.
Right.
So
Right.
like the whole race thing, like they don't even come into play. It's how I see you move.
Right.
Right,
Right.
right.
So like if I ask you something and you kind of like, like just throw me off a little bit, or if I ask you to do something for me and you don't show up, and to that same degree, like anytime I've ever been broke down on the side of the highway, call one of my cousins or one of my homeboys, they don't show up. But let me call Daniel.
She
He
put
has
up.
on the first ring. Shit, where you at? I'm on my way.
Right.
Right.
So like I'm never gonna say that I'm not gonna trust a person based on race, because I think it's a situational thing. Like I'm gonna
Right.
always give you the opportunity to show me who you are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, even as far as business goes, like, it's a lot of people that I've had conversations with that, they'll try to support a small black business, and they give you the runaround. They're not messaging you back, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna go to somebody that I know who does the same thing, which could be a white person, and they come through. Like 2 days, you got your product. Like they message you back, they communicate with you, they give you everything you need, and then it's like like how you judge that.
Right.
I'm weird about that. So look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not uh I'm not as like forgiving with white businesses as I am with black businesses. I feel like most of us are first and second generation entrepreneurs. So I'm gonna give you a chance, because you may not have worked out your workflow yet.
Right.
You may not have completely like mastered your craft. You may be the best person that makes
Right.
making sweet potato pies, but you just got a fucked up way of running your business.
Right.
I will give you a second chance. I don't feel like that. Like if I go to a black business and you fuck up, I'm gonna instantly give my business to somebody else who's not black, because I know most of us do not come from families that own businesses
Yeah,
or run
yeah,
businesses.
Right.
Right.
Now,
We
see,
ain't
I'm
go to
speaking on
school for
customer
that, none of that.
service. Like, if you got some poor customer service, I mean,
Now
I'm big
I'm
on
gonna cut your
customer.
ass out.
Yeah, like I'm big on customer service. Like, I
But I'm
feel
gonna let you
like,
know when you're messing up at.
Hey, listen.
yeah, I feel like my customer service is top tier. So,
It
like,
definitely is.
with me having my own business now, like, I go to places and I expect certain kind of customer service because I know what I offer. So, like, people come at me like crazy, and I'm like, dang, like, people really be doing that? Like, canceling clients on the same day, a couple hours before they come. I'm like, bro, like, that's crazy that I done took out my box braids. I'm walking around looking like Chucky.
Ooh, not the box.
Looking like a Cynthia doll, and you telling me that my appointment is canceled? I'm in the parking lot. What you
Right.
mean? Like, I've never done that to my clients. So whenever they come in there telling me stuff like that, I'm like, how? Like, how do you, like, how you run a business like that? But I mean, like, I'm just speaking on customer service.
Customer
Like, I'm
service,
going
the
where the
whole
customer
thing.
service
Right,
good.
right. And one thing we gotta stop doing, bro, and like I'm with you, Trey. Like I'll give somebody a second chance. We gotta stop. I feel like black people, when you get bad customer service or anything from a black business, we need to stop going to Facebook with that shit or like
Right.
blasting the
Yeah.
business. Because I
Right.
got partners that own businesses
Try to help them.
and they'll do that, but they'll never tell a business owner.
Exactly.
Right.
You'll never tell them that your
Right.
order was fucked up or nothing. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know them. Like, you literally
right.
know them.
Hey, but you go to Facebook, like we gotta stop doing that because everybody know McDonald's right there or Burger King gonna fuck your order up. Burger King on Polk Street done fuck everybody order up in here for sure. Multiple times. And we go back to that
Go
bitch.
back
back.
to 'em.
Well, don't talk about
With
that
no
McDonald's on
hesitation.
by Village East. I don't know how that
So-
McDonald's.
Okay.
Bro, like, I don't know how they
Hey,
still
which,
Bottom
exist.
of the
hey, which one of the
Right.
McDonald's? Which one of the McDonald's with the roaches?
All
one
of
on
them.
Martin Luther
All
King.
of them.
All
Martin
of
Luther King.
But hold up, I got something about that too. Like, I don't think we can use that as an excuse, because McDonald's used millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars, to convince us that we need to go there. And as black business owners, I feel like for every dollar that you spend on the product, on creating that product, you need to be spending at least $5 to market that product. So if you're making cupcakes and your overhead for the month is $300, you need to be spending a nice grip to make sure that I know you have cupcakes. So even if you fuck up, damn, them cupcakes look good. You still gonna go back. And that's the same with McDonald's. Every day you see commercials. Every day you see some type of marketing to convince you that you need that product. A lot of companies don't even understand marketing and branding and all the things that go into that. So it's like, even if you bring that to Facebook and say like, man, my order was messed up at McDonald's. You know how diluted that is on the clicks that McDonald's get for ads on Facebook? Think about that. Like as a black business, like that bad promotion, you're not even spending no money to counteract that.
The good promotion.
That's kind of my point. So it's like, even if I see it, it's like, I'm still gonna get that dude a try. Like I go to somebody right now, I go to this dude weekly and I get food. Nigga never on time, but the food is awesome.
Hey,
Right.
yeah,
And I
that's
keep
the thing.
going back because he got a solid product.
Right, right.
So you saying if the product good, then the service could slack a little bit?
Fuck.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Every one of us
I-
has been to a candy lady in the neighborhood who talked to the kids like shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Rose.
Listen, if a person is happy with what they buying from you, man, it don't matter what the fuck you put them through, man.
Fucking right. Look
Make
at
you wait
Popeye.
2 days, had to do all this other shit, man. If they get that shit and they like it, it's all worth it, son.
Look at Popeyes, bro. They like everybody compare the Popeyes customer service to Chick-fil-A.
Shit.
Chick-fil-A
No,
is
I'm just
a-
saying. I'm
Chick-fil-A is a
saying
system.
like Popeyes fucking customer service be trash.
Not Popeyes on the east side.
Not Miss Wanda.
Not Miss Wanda.
Oh, well,
Popeyes.
that's exception. I
Yeah,
don't.
West
I'm about to
Park
say.
and West Tunnel people, man.
That shit
Fuck them.
trash.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That shit trash, and everybody know it, but they go back.
Cause they love that chicken from Popeyes.
Shit, that fucking chicken, no, that chicken be
They had to
busting.
file out of boxes. It didn't matter what
It's
the
$6
customer service
now.
I know they
That's
did.
$6 now.
That shit don't even roll
That
out.
shit
That's
crazy.
why I go to the trap and roll out the tongue right. Who the fuck gonna buy a $6 box?
The $6, right?
Right.
It ain't no
Damn.
$6 bill.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, man, nigga, $5.
That
That
fucking
shit
line
sound
be-
good.
Y'all, hey, see, I got a theory. I think the fucking chicken sandwiches started COVID, bro. I ain't lying. Everybody was fucking with them chicken sandwiches, bro.
That's
when
when
they
shit
came
got
out.
hectic.
Hey, ain't no lie. I ain't never eat a
Shit got hectic.
Popeyes chicken sandwich.
I know.
Fuck
I
that.
haven't had one.
Hey, I got a completely different theory. Everybody was trying to make they broom stand up in December.
I remember that.
Something was going on with the earth gravitational pull, and you can
Man,
stand
that
your
shit
broom
ain't
up.
true, man.
Man,
You
that
get them
shit-
dollar
that shit-
I
store.
remember
You get a
that.
I
dollar
know-
store
I
broom that
know.
can
I
stand
did
up
it.
on his own.
Well, TJ did it, and I took a picture of it.
Some cool shit.
Definitely some cool.
So
ass
that's
shit.
that's what happened. That COVID
That's what
after that.
happened. We all did a motherfucking spell. Everybody did a spell. We all took part in it.
I
The
know where
rituals, boy.
Right.
I know where
The
COVID
collect-
started, bro.
How?
The bell pepper bin at Walmart.
Wow.
Fact.
The what?
The bell pepper bin at Walmart.
The
That
bell
bit-
pepper bin.
Fucking right,
Yeah,
bro.
they got
Yeah.
some
Stupid.
germs floating around that
They got
bitch.
some germs in that bitch.
Yeah, because people don't be cleaning their produce, right? Just
Man,
give it a
people-
little rinse.
Hey, them bitches were 25 cents one day. I said, God damn.
Touched by 800
Oh, yeah,
bitches.
that's
You pick one.
Fucking
out.
right.
Put
I
it
gotta
back.
find the perfect one.
Put it back.
So we're gonna give the mic to the crowd. Does anybody have anything to say on can black people be racist?
Who
No.
threw their
Who
hand
threw
up?
their hand in the back? Come on up, love. We welcome you. We welcome you.
Got strutting up there.
You got
Right.
a strut.
Welcome,
Hey.
welcome. Introduce
How you
yourself.
How you doing?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
My name is Ariel. I guess speaking on black people being racist versus, in my mind, I was thinking about the whole being racial. You know, we as black people tend to divide ourselves from a certain group of people because we find relation within our own people. So we tend to step aside from other ethnic backgrounds because we can hardly relate to what they're talking about. So it's not that we're being racist towards them. We're actually just being racial within our own community because we just tend to divide ourselves because we're going to go where we have a comrade.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So,
Right.
but yeah, y'all talking about a lot. This was a good segment. I had to talk about something else, but like no, versus the supporting black businesses. Coming from me, somebody who owns my own catering company,
All right.
and
Shout out. What's the name?
Right.
For real.
it's called Southern Muse Catering Company.
Okay.
Right,
Southern
Southern
News
News.
in the building.
But no, I say that not everyone is worthy of your support, whether it is a black-owned business, white-owned business, any other business, right? I do understand we do not give our people the benefit of the doubt when it comes down to supporting our people when it comes, in business, and I think we give them the pass. Some of us do give them the pass entirely too much. Like, oh, I'm gonna just keep going back because it is black owned, and it's like, how can you ever learn if somebody's gonna keep going to a place, giving them all of your money, giving them all your time, and you're like, well, I ain't doing anything wrong. And the whole time you could be on the sideline again, not letting them know the food is good or not like that, right? And I'm on the side over here like, Lord, that's my friend. I know she did this. I'm going to go ahead and support her. I know it ain't the best, but I'm going to keep supporting her instead. I'm going to be in my friend ear, letting her know,
Transparency.
like, hey, look, this is what we could do different. Like, if you use this product versus that product, let's go ahead on and try. Sometimes we cut costs on the quality of things because we want to push out that quantity, right? But quantity is going to come if the quality is there.
Exactly.
Right.
So, like, back to what you were saying about the whole splurging on marketing. I'm cool with putting my money in marketing in the beginning of my business, right? But I can take, like you say, put $1 on my product and then spend $3 on my marketing, and that dollar product is worth shit. And I done put all this money on marketing, and people are coming to try my goods, and my goods are not good. So if anything, I'm going to splurge, because I always spend top dollar when I'm cooking food, right? Because I don't care if I'm in the red. When I made that product, I know it's going to speak volumes because I know I put my heart and soul in it. And I also put the money that it costs for me to make that product, right? So if I'm going to do that, then the word, like you said, Facebook, all that news travels fast. So when it get in the right hands of, like, damn, that girl, she throw it on, or that food good, is this and that, and she don't skimp. She don't skip on the amount. She don't skip on the quality of it. Like, I know I'm going to receive great food when it comes to her, so I'm going to pay for it. So now, guess what goes up? My quantity went up. The quality is there, and now the money in my marketing can now go up. So now I can start,
So, like, I get what you're saying, and to that point, I'll give you an example. So, like, I'm big on marketing and branding because I do a lot of B2B business because I do marketing and branding for a lot of companies. And so that's why I'm speaking to that, because a lot of people don't understand the value of marketing. So, like, an example would be the DoubleTree with Hilton. They make, pre-COVID, they were making 75 million chocolate chip cookies a day. So
damn.
when you sign up for the DoubleTree,
But nigga knock off about 6
So
at a
look.
time, cut.
so they spending all of this money on making chocolate chip cookies for, like, their premium members. Like, when you check in, they give you a cookie. 75% of the people that had a cookie told somebody, like, bruh, I went to the DoubleTree.
And
They got them
Don't fucking
cookies.
was busted. So they don't have commercials. They don't spend that money on traditional marketing,
Right.
like making commercials or making content for social media. They're spending it on an additional product that you get for coming to their hotels. And I think that's what you're saying. Like, if I spend the money on a quality product, then I can get that word of mouth to extend my brand and make even more money.
Right.
So I agree with that. The problem, well, I ain't even gonna say a problem. The next hurdle is, how much do you want to scale that business? Do you have a number in mind of what that business is going to look like in a year, 3 years, or 5 years? So if my sales are 40,000 this year, in the next 5 years, I want to scale that to 250. How do I get there?
Right.
Marketing and branding allows you to come up with a formula for yourself and for your business. A lot of businesses don't understand how to make that happen. So I understand your point, and it's a tangible thing that you're creating when you create a better quality product. Now you have to put in the extra work to figure out what's your formula. How are you going to make that work? I just know from a marketing standpoint, if I spend that extra $3 on marketing, it's going to turn into a 25% conversion rate. So for every $3 that I spend, I'm going to make X amount of dollars. So it's just an easy formula. You got to figure that out when you adjust that quality. And I don't disagree with you. I think that a quality product will always speak volumes over
Facts.
marketing. But I'm just speaking to the people who they know they're making a quality product, but they talk about, man, my own family don't even support me. First of all, your market too small.
Facts.
Right.
Especially if you selling services, I can sell services in 5 to 7 parishes. People will drive an hour to come get a good service or a good product. So if you only marketing to your neighbors and friends or your Facebook, baby, we could do something with that. We could definitely turn that up. But most businesses don't know how to do that. So I'm just alluding to that. That marketing is way more than just making a post from your business page. It's like you have to have intentionality. That's what McDonald's doing. That's what Chevrolet doing. Like that's why people want to drive an Audi. Because it comes with a certain level of respectability.
Man, nigga want to drive an Audi because the Migos had it in the Hannah Montana. That's why nigga want that Audi.
You can shout your business out again, baby.
Oh, Southern Muse Catering Company.
I love the name, by the way.
Southern Muse.
It took me a while too. It was not easy. But I had to realize, and I'm gonna say this: the reason why I came up with the name, because what is Southern food, but not inspiration? Everything that we cook, we have been inspired by something, whether it be our grandmother, the people around us. That is Southern food, so that's why I came up with that name.
Gotcha. Thank you, baby.
That's what's up.
We booking her for the Christmas party.
Right.
Yo, I got a quick question. She made me think about something as far as like supporting black businesses. So everybody knows Dr. Umar, right?
Shit, yeah.
Pan African, pro black.
Brothers, we gotta
Uncle
stay
Umar.
focused.
Gotta stay focused. So, he's building his school or whatever the case may be, and he was using black contractors. But then after a while, he went to white contractors. Do you think
he
he was
did?
wrong? Yeah.
Do I think
Dr.
no?
Umar?
Listen. Being that it's Dr. Umar, I
Right.
don't think he was wrong. If he did it, he had to do
He
it.
definitely had a valid reason
Right.
to
He
do
had
it.
to do
I was
it.
like, Dr. Umar?
I know.
Went
he
to the
wanted
white
to
man?
use black contractors.
Then he said the white people got it done.
Whatever reason he come up with, I'm gonna believe.
I'm going to believe
I ain't
it.
gonna lie.
Because it was it had to be a valid one.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
just.
Had- it's
been living
Umar.
for how many years?
It's been a little minute.
I won't send my son there. I need some help.
What you got, cool on the flow?
So I just want to say first, I want to say I definitely, I support black businesses a lot, and I feel Trey 100%. Whenever he say, I think we should give black businesses a pass to a certain extent because we as a people don't, like, I realize we just don't know business.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
We hustle.
I'm not going to speak on every black business, but many of them does not understand the concept of business. And if you get my order wrong, or if it's wrong, or we have any type of issue, and we could talk about it, and you not won't tussle, then I'm gonna support again because we know we all can grow.
Myself.
But my unpopular opinion is black people most definitely can be racist. The fact of the matter is, I understand what we've been through, and there's a lot of trauma along the way. I understand all of that. But at the end of the day, I think we use that as an excuse sometimes, not all, sometimes, to be racist.
Right.
And whenever you look, like I Googled it, right? Racist, characterized by or showing prejudice. Now, y'all want to call it prejudice instead of racism. But that's in the definition for adjective and a noun, a person who is prejudiced against.
Who created that definition?
Yeah, that's a half.
The
There you go.
man.
There you
Who
go.
created that
black,
definition?
But a black person
The
will
man.
find a way to get out of being racist.
No.
But at the end of the day, there's people that's dealing with trauma from it. And then along the line, you got some racist people out here. It do.
So I'll say this: like, if you're a person, right, and you racist and you have no power, then you just stupid. Like, you just a person that's gonna get on my nerves. What bothers me is if you racist and you my supervisor and you got control over what jobs I go on and how much money you make. If you have no power over me, I'll beat you up in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we was working with, I don't want We was working with Dennis Montgomery, and
Shout out Dennis.
Shout out,
You know that boy
Denny.
ducking the people.
hey man, I ain't gonna lie. Look, he was clearly racist. He moved down here from Starks, Florida, and he shaved his head and his facial hair on purpose.
Let
So
y'all niggas know. I mean, business.
yeah,
Let
but
him
listen,
know I
just
mean it
working
too.
on the job with him, bro. I'm like he avoid me, you know. So I just caught him one day and just started talking to him, and he explained to me he was raised to be racist. Well, he was raised to think that his race is superior to all other races, and I think like at that point in time, I wish I'd have been raised like that. You know what I'm saying? Not to be racist, but just to think that we had to take a second.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to bring up to Cole. So like when you hear the words white power versus black power, like there's two different meanings there. Like white power is like assuming that there is superiority. Like black power is like to take control of the power that you do have, like to change the narrative of you do have power. So it's not like when people say black power or all power to the people, it's not to say that black people are superior to any other race. And I think like even like when we say terms like black excellence, it's to change the narrative of how we've been viewed over time. Like as a photographer, like do you know that portrait photography became popular because of black people? And the reason why it became popular was because black people felt like we're being stereotyped in the media. From every picture that we see of black people is some type of stereotype of us being either a mammy, a slave, or some type of coon. Black people decided like we're gonna dress a certain way, get pictures taken a certain way to establish our own history of who we are. So that's completely different from like saying white power. Like that's why I don't subscribe to black people being racist, because it's not about superiority. It's about us overcoming our inferiority.
No, it's crazy. Black people still doing that. We setting the way you take pictures. We setting the way you get dressed. All that shit. Still to this
Absolutely.
day.
Like when people say like, oh, people don't dress like that no more. That was done purposely in the 20s. In the 1920s and 30s, like black people made it a point to put on suits and ties, to dress a certain way, to take pictures at certain places. Like the whole reason that we take portraits to this day is because black people set that tone.
So we started selfish on the. I'm trying to jump way. I'm trying to own something. We started selfish, y'all.
We own a lot, actually.
What you got, corn afloat?
I just want to say that I don't look at that as racism though. Like, okay, so I grew up in Midland, all right, in Thibodeau, and say a white boy coming in our neighborhood, he probably gonna get beat up. That's racism. You feel what I'm saying? I understand.
What you doing there?
Bush, he getting beat up or he getting bushed?
See, a black person will find an excuse.
Hey, listen.
I'm not saying
hey,
nothing
listen.
about
What you
trauma,
doing
nothing
there?
about
Hey, listen.
Why is you
Watch
here?
this. Watch this. Hey, look. I'm a pretty street dude. I done been in a lot of hoods. After the hurricane, I was doing debris monitoring. I literally had to drive my car and post up in these neighborhoods where these trucks had to go, clean debris. Nothing was more like worrisome than being in these white neighborhoods in my black car, sitting there chilling. I was straight when I was in the hood. When I was in their neighborhood, I was a little nervous. I'm like, man, because they gonna call the police.
Right,
they gonna
right.
see that this car ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
But it's the same threat in another person's neighborhood. It don't matter your race.
Who your people?
You could be that black dude that go in that white neighborhood and they'll still beat your ass.
But look, check this out. So
Hey.
say you meet somebody white, a white family, and they accept you and they treat you like one of their own. How that make you feel?
Man, everybody gonna accept me like that. Like, that's
I mean,
how
I
I
feel
feel.
like-
Right and it's wrong. Like
I feel like we talked about that though. Like that's just reading energy. Like like
Yeah,
it's not about like race at that point. It's like like not. I don't think that all white people feel like that towards
Black
other
people.
races. Like you just reading off of energy. Like if your energy good, if I feel like your energy good, then we cool. Like if
Right.
you being if my throat tighten up when I talk to you, then that's a problem.
Gotta get from around you.
But
It's all about your character.
as far as you saying that black people can't be racist, the black people that you think are racist, what kind of power do they have?
Right, like how could they affect your life? They can make you mad, but other than that, like they can't stop your income. They can't. You know what I'm saying? That's not real.
I just feel like nobody really have power over me, you know. And I feel like when I think of racism, when I feel about when I think of racism, I'm thinking about like I said, you know, you treating somebody a certain type of way, you handling them a certain type of way, you know.
Well, racism is systemic. Like racism comes from the system that we were placed in,
And I understand that.
and we don't have the power to do that to another race because we still fighting for our own power.
So, like for example, like the dude who was bird watching in New York, and he tell a white lady about, hey, you got your dog off the leash. You need to put the dog on the leash. She called 911. Like, there's a black guy here, and he's threatening me. So, with those words, the system that's already in place, they come in with aggression. Like, we're not even about to ask no questions. Like, if I got to beat this nigga over the head, if I got to shoot him, that's going to happen because that's already assumed because of the system that is in place. There is a white woman in danger, and there is a black man who's a threat.
Now you see why
I come here to neutralize the threat. The system dictates that. Like, she don't even have to present it as, like, him being a real monster. I just have to use certain keywords, and the system takes over. So, like, in that situation, when the white guy walks into Waverly, if I ask you where you from or why you here, if you answer that incorrectly, you got to give me a legitimate reason why you here. Because one, I feel like either you the feds, you come and buy some dope,
Facts.
or you coming to start some shit and cause trouble for my people. So if your answer falls into one of those three categories, you deserve to get your ass whooped. Why you here?
I don't even contest any of that. Any of the systematic stuff. I don't contest any of that stuff. You know, I don't contest that 90%, you know, we are racially profiled. I don't contest any of those things. But what are we considering racist?
Racism
The
is
act of it. You know, I'm thinking
I
of the
understand what
act
you're saying.
of it.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying? People do
well,
wrong.
to your
Right
point,
is wrong,
What
you know?
what does racism look like? That's
Well,
What does it look like?
racism
What does it
looks
sound like?
The whole system.
Black
Racism
jelly
looks
bean.
like Hillary Clinton calling black boys super predators. Racism looks like y'all President Joe Biden being the one to sign the fucking crime bill in the 90s. That's what racism looks like because it's a system. So with the system, I pass legislation and I make sure that this thing is always moving. I don't have to say anything after this. I can always put a black boy in jail for anything. If I catch you with an eighth of fucking marijuana, I could give you a life sentence if it's your third strike. That's a system of racism. Black people don't have that kind of power.
See, we connect to the emotional side of
how can we get
racism,
that
right?
power?
Like
I don't want that power.
No, I'm saying power, not that power, but power. Because I mean,
We gotta call.
If we butt hurt, man. We not trying to.
Okay, so the way you get that power is calling a spade a spade. So when you put Barack Obama in the office, you got to hold that nigga to the same accountability as Donald Trump.
Facts.
You can't be emotional when Donald Trump says something that dog whistles and says, "Oh, Donald Trump is a racist," but Barack Obama is over here bombing Africans.
Right. And that's what I was about to say. You know, we connect to the emotional part of racism. That's why something that Donald Trump say would make you be like, oh, he racist. But your president currently has signed a bill that had your uncles in jail.
Right. And on top of that, for you to tell me you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Yeah, that man, I had to tell my dad that the other day.
That's wild.
Joe Biden said that on the Breakfast Club.
Come on the Breakfast Club.
He told it to Charlamagne.
You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Charlamagne.
And look, that's confidence in the system. Y'all niggas fuck with us. You gonna fuck with me regardless. No matter what I do, y'all need me. That's racism. I do not fuck with him.
And to your point about getting beat up in Midland, I got beat up in Midland too. You just can't go back there.
It don't matter what your
If a Waverly nigga walk in Midland right now, he getting beat up.
You can't go back there if you ain't from there.
Yes, Ashley. Yes, Miss Bartender. Tip our bartender, please, y'all.
Ash.
Right. Do you feel safe though?
Do you feel safe?
You feel safe though? No, I do. All right, that's.
You know we ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
Yeah. Hey, look, let me tell you something, Ashley. Let me tell you something. If you take up for me in the right situation, that means I'm okay to beat him the fuck up. Like I can hit him with a bottle because you said he was tripping.
I'm asking because there have been incidents where, I know that I was raised in South Louisiana and some of my family is racist. I know that I've learned certain things in certain situations that has put my perspective on black people in a wrong light. So like I'll catch myself sometimes where I'm in a different neighborhood and I'll be like uncomfortable, but then I'm like, nope, that's how I was raised, that's stereotypical, that's not right, that's not how you should be thinking, you know?
Mhm.
But coming back to last night with me and Travion, when that girl was like, she was racist.
Absolutely.
She was racist.
Tasha Zarang is definitely racist.
He said her name.
Because I am white, and I feel like whenever I'm like, no, that's fucked up, that's racist, they're like, well, how would you know?
I
So-
think
So here's my answer. Like, I feel like as a black man, it is not my job to educate white people.
No, it's not. I agree.
And furthermore, I feel like the biases that white people have, it can only be corrected or addressed by another white person. Because
Correct.
you have biases that you're not even gonna believe me.
Right.
So I can give you facts about shit, and that's how the conversation went last night. But it's not my job to educate a white person. And one of my white friends actually told me, like, since you have so much information about it, maybe you should make that a part of your mission to help educate white. I'm like, no, fuck no, that's not my job. Like, if your daddy broke something, your daddy should fix it.
I liked what you said last night whenever you told her, like, uncomfortable conversations need to be had in order for you
Facts.
to understand
To gain understanding.
Right.
life and point of view. And you had even told her, like, I don't mind having this conversation with you because I want you to see my point of view. But I agree with you, it is not y'all job to make us unracist.
And I told her last night, just for context, guys, me and Ashley having this conversation about black influence in art. So she shows me this very racist statue by this painter named Degas. Guy made a sculpture of a ballerina. Ballerina ended up looking like a monkey. So she goes on to tell me about the context of which the artist felt about his own work of art. He was like, they was dirty, nasty. You know, ballerinas in France at the time were only slave girls. It wasn't this glamorized thing that we see today of ballerinas. It was only slave girls. So she gives me the context on why he made the piece. So she shows me the picture. I'm like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. The chick next to me like, oh, no, that's beautiful. So it turned into an hour-long conversation of me telling her that context matters. And because you have a blind spot, you'll never get that. Her friend is apologizing for her. She done went off the deep end. But at the end of the conversation, she was like, damn, what was I really arguing about? Because I made the analogy, okay, you like country music, you like Garth Brooks. You find out Garth Brooks dies, nigga have a fucking diary, and in the diary says, every love song I ever wrote was about an 8-year-old little girl. Oh, fuck that, I'll never listen to Garth Brooks again. I'm like, okay, you fucking got it.
You got it. That's it.
You have a blind spot. Most of us have blind spots. As a man, I have blind spots about women that I'll never understand, and I rely on women to help me see those blind spots. You, as a white woman, need to have people of color around you to tell you where your fucking blind spots are. But you need a fucking white person to call you out on your bullshit, which her friend did. And she felt bad about it, and she paid my tab. White guilt is the motherfucking greatest thing in the world.
With a tail.
But yes, Ashley, I do believe that. I feel like that's the only way to change the narrative. Like you know, because whenever we speak up for ourselves, it just turns into a screaming match. The police get called.
Somebody get knocked out.
Yeah, like nothing gets through. So I feel like, you know, whenever you hold each other accountable for the things that you say or do or whatever, that helps. I think that's actually the answer. We need more of that.
I just want to say, don't feel bad if you feel uncomfortable going in a certain neighborhood. He just said
Right.
he feel uncomfortable
Right.
in a white neighborhood. I mean, it is what it is. He probably should be uncomfortable.
That's that woman.
Stomp him out. Stomp him out. Kill him.
Oh no, you done killed somebody.
My bad.
What's happening?
Whoa.
What's y'all slam?
Well, Jam, I really think racism only matter because people don't like to address the elephant in the room. If you was raised a certain way, you was raised a certain way. If you live a certain way, you live a certain way. We not gonna act like I'm not gonna act like I got uncles that don't like white people. I just don't bring my white people around.
Right.
I can't change that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go to Ash's house and be like, oh man, I'm not about to have an hour-long argument with somebody that's 7 to 8
Right.
about what's programmed with them.
Right.
That's the number one flaw in the whole racial conversation because it don't matter. If you don't like me, I don't like you. We as men, especially as men, women is different. They might contact on the but as men, if you program like that in your brain, it's that. It's not gonna be no unlearning or nothing. I'm 48. I haven't. It'll be a miracle.
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
But ultimately, I've been in situations and incarcerated where my cellmate was fucking Aryan, straight up, because it's not separated in Louisiana.
Yeah, it's
like
separated
in
other
other states.
places,
It's
yeah.
not segregated. The rate. So you might be a white boy might be in a 6-man cell with all black boys, or one black boy might be in a 6-man cell with all white boys. So when you're in a 2-man cell with somebody who like bald head, skinhead, swastika this big, and he studies the Luciferian doctrine,
Sheesh.
you realize right then and there that the elephant got to get addressed. Yeah, look, I just don't. I feel I'm superior. I feel I'm superior. Yeah, this how this go. This what this is. This what I believe. We don't know how to do that.
Right.
Emotions get too attached to that. Attached to that conversation.
Yeah.
Your color, your race, your belief. That's what you believe. They gonna go through that. It's not even just color. It's Islam and Christianity. It's Buddhism. You gonna go through that anyway. You gonna go through that with orientation anyway. People just need the uncomfortable conversations. Racism is not a factor until people start feeling uncomfortable about it.
Right.
You know where you at. If you in the hood and you don't want to be in the hood, we black. We don't go to dangerous spots because we know they dangerous.
Right.
You shouldn't either. I'm not gonna call you racist because you locked your windows on East Street. I lock my windows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not that don't make you racist. I
Right.
just feel like a lot of people use their emotion. It's not emotion when you're talking about something about race or religion or it's not that's not your feelings. That's what it is, and that's what you're standing on.
Right.
So can I give one more example, I think we're talking about person to person, but on a corporate level, I think that's where racism really comes into play. So, like for example, did y'all know, like in 2017, the NFL started paying out, they started paying out ex-NFL players for CTE. So a part of the rule of how you got paid, it was based on race. They gave black people less money because they thought that black people were less intelligent. So there was less of a deficit from you having CTE.
Wow.
So the same time that Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, they was paying motherfuckers pennies on the dollar based off of you being a black man versus, let's say, a Tom Brady. So that means like a white player could get $1 million, you might get 30 grand.
That's wild.
So like this is in 2017, but this is a corporate thing based on pseudoscience that black people are less intelligent. So that's what I mean when I say corporate and a system. Like there's really a doctor out there who's subscribing to the idea that I'm less intelligent because I'm a black man. So that affects my children. That affects anyone around me. If we go and play in the NFL and we are by far the most talented, bringing the most money, but on the back end I get the least amount because you think I'm less smart than him? Nah,
But that's another
wild,
that's another
Magnolia.
system because
that's what I'm saying.
like, you know, back in the day, like how they used to do all these surgeries and stuff on black people because they felt like we couldn't feel pain.
Right.
You know,
That's still a thing.
yes,
It is.
That's still a
yes,
thing.
Surely.
yes.
Like if y'all don't know, if you go to the doctor and the doctor asks you on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your level of pain? Like they have a whole nother scale for black people.
Right.
So like that's today.
So a black 5 is a white what?
3.
I'm trying to do the
Two.
conversion.
A white two.
You need to
Like
tell
a
them that you
white-
That's
got
what,
a
that's what I'm gonna tell
12.
them next time.
I'm in pain.
Rate the scale on a scale of 1 to 10.
Like
but
they just had a
it's a
study.
white 2.
They had a
It's a
study
white
done
too.
in 2019. They surveyed doctors about the pain scale, and we're talking about people who actively practice medicine saying that, oh, black people have thicker skin. So if they come in with a laceration, I don't need to give them an opiate. I can just give them a Tylenol. Like that's actively going on. Like y'all doctors really
I
like
don't
that.
want that opioid shit anyway.
Right.
That's because you don't go in.
crackhead.
Why do you
Listen,
think black women die most in childbirth?
Right.
They're not taken seriously. The doctors don't even believe y'all. Like that's a system.
hey, just a question. What y'all say when a doctor asks y'all what's y'all pain on the scale?
I always tell a nigga a 10. It's always
10,
a 10.
11, 12. Like, yeah,
I'm
every
here.
time. I don't care what it. 12, son, it hurt.
Nigga, it's a Q.
Nigga, look at you
Right.
like that, man. It hurts, son. Bang.
Like, son, I'm here. I'm
We got a
here.
question, y'all. I'm sorry.
Right. How you doing, baby?
Hi.
How y'all doing? Nice to meet you guys. This is my first time here, and I'm really enjoying the conversation.
We happy
Thank
to
you.
have you.
Thank you. So my question is, if we know it's a system, and it's not if, but we know it's a system, what do we do about it? Do we continue to raise our children? I mean, this is a question for you guys, and off topic a little bit, but because we know it's a system, because we know since they did the whole experiment with the rats and things of that nature, just to being in the projects versus a good neighborhood type of thing. We know
Right.
it's a system. So what do we do about it? How do we raise our children to become a part of the system and just become the good old boys club, or do we find a way out?
Yeah, I feel like me ultimately, my overall goal is to educate and inspire. I am militant. I am somebody who teaches the truth. The suspects wrote the textbooks, but I'm the teacher that's trying to break the windows. I don't create workers in my classroom. I
Right.
create thinkers. So I have gotten a lot, and just listening to everybody, like y'all saying, down to code switching, down to, I tell them what it is. And like Ashley say, you got to have those uncomfortable conversations. So I've been, I guess you could say, in the hot seat at my job because I tell my kids, like I teach biology too. So we're talking about organ systems. So they're like, yeah, I saw this article talking about the Kendrick guy that lived up north Louisiana and they found all his organs missing, Miss Jackson. Why was that? Oh, well, that's something called organ harvesting. Well, what is organ harvesting, Miss Jackson? Well, you know what I'm saying is it's something that people who look like me go through because we're looked at already in a certain type of light, but based off of who we are so divine. I don't think everybody understands how divine we are as to why they are organ harvesting. So I feel like you got to switch that paradigm of what they believe. Like I don't teach I'm not a regular smegular person, so I'm not a regular smegular teacher. So I feel like you just gotta kind of instill that within yourself because you gotta be the change you want to see. I want my kids to grow up knowing who they are. Like my grandparents are Black Panther Party members too. So like my papa, I guess y'all can say is, I ain't gonna say racist, but he does not believe that like you superior. You need to know he don't fuck with y'all, and he from the lower nine, so he really don't fuck with. He got this dialect about him that I don't fuck with white people because of what they did and how far they set us back. So he always say a lack of knowledge is a lack of self too. If you don't know it, how can you change it? So I feel like we really got to start reading and we really got to start getting that knowledge, man. It's there, but when you gonna wake up to actually go and get it, it's tangible. So that's me.
We have to change in order to see a change. I'm sorry.
Facts.
So for me, I feel like I'm raising disruptors. So every chance that I get, I tell my kids, people that I know, that context is everything. So any example that I can give you of a system, whatever your passion is, especially with children, whatever their passion is, you have to find the context for whatever that passion is to create a driver within them to go fix that system.
Right.
You can't change the game unless you're a part of it.
Right.
So no matter if we're talking about redlining with housing, we're talking about discrimination with doctors, we're talking about laws that need to be changed with legislation of how Black people are criminalized for the most trivial things. I give examples to my children and to the young people around me so that can be their driving factor for them to go change that themselves. If you want to be a lawyer, let me tell you how you can inflict this system and dismantle it.
Right.
If we aren't disrupting the system or dismantling the system, we are part of the problem.
Promoting
Yep.
it, right?
You
So I'm not just about telling people about the problem. I can tell you exactly what the key point that can break that system down. Even if it's one black man or woman who goes into business, let me show you where you can go to get this money. Let me show you where you can go get this funding. Like right now, like there is a venture capitalist firm that is specifically targeting black women to give them money to build their businesses. They're getting sued by the federal government for racism because they're choosing to fund black businesses. Like the guy who sued the federal government about affirmative action, that's the same man who's targeting this venture capitalist firm. And if you don't know, private equity in the black community, we get 1/10% of all private equity, meaning that when Nas invests in Ring Doorbell and then it blows up and makes a quadrillion dollars, and he has a sizable investment that turns into $300 million on the back end, we only get to see a percentage of that. So when you see private equity firms and venture capitalists who are being targeted by the federal government, we don't want to see black women get money specifically. Y'all got to open this up to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Minorities, right?
Everybody. Personally, I think that's wrong. But when I tell a young person who wants to be an entrepreneur, we're gonna have this conversation about this money, how you can get this money, but this is exactly what you need to do to dismantle that system so it never happens to anybody else. That's my job.
Yeah, I feel that. And I also want to piggyback with what you said. When you're talking about the young kids, I feel like we need to encourage having these kids knowing the why. You know what I'm saying? We tend to gatekeep information. We don't spread the information out. And I also feel like there's a lack of camaraderie. We also focus on individualism. If it don't apply to me personally, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So
We're
I
talking
feel like
to you, Floyd Mayweather.
we got to make the village great again. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we have to build community
Hey, Floyd
and
call
encourage
you
that.
Community is everything.
Floyd go put them paws on you, son.
That's just him, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
Right.
no smoke with Floyd. But as far as changing just the narrative with the youth, I feel like the main thing is being able to actually connect with the youth. And from a certain standpoint, you got to make, sad to say, but you got to make the shit look cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to grab their attention. If you just up there telling them about business in this lecture format, they not go grasp it.
No.
That's not what they doing. You got to make it fun. You got to make it cool. You got to make it appeal to them. You got to find a way to make young boy start talking about finances.
Right.
And the whole
fuck
youth
that.
circuit go file a gang. You know what I'm saying?
They want to go to Grave Digger Mountain. I'm
Right.
straight on that.
Because just think about it, like young boy really got the game on finances.
He got it.
He winning,
He just not speaking.
but he not gonna speak.
Okay, but I think that's a part of the system too, because when young boy comes into that consciousness and he does start talking about
He outta
those
here.
things,
They got it.
they're gonna assassinate his character. He gonna be a crazy nigga like
Hey,
Kanye.
look, I don't know how much more you can assassinate his character. His character, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's
And
upholding.
his fans fuck with his character.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about in our on our scale of what a good character is. Like they know how to pick apart
Right.
a black man's character.
I agree. But I mean, I don't know. So you got to speak their language, man. You got to find a way to make them interested in doing the right shit. Right now, all the wrong shit is the tightest shit. They go follow what's trending, what's tight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the other topics because we way over time.
We way over, y'all.
All
Yeah,
right,
way
right,
on the
right.
vibe.
I
We've
mean,
been
I was just gonna
Johnson.
keep
Right.
going till somebody complain.
Right. We over. It's over.
Time.
Everybody's
If anybody else from the audience wanna come add anything to the show, have anything to say, we about to close out. You got about a minute on the mic. No,
Nobody.
Jesus, little brother. Hey,
Going
yeah.
once,
I mean, I
going
guess
twice.
the Jesus, love
We could
brother.
probably still do
I
the
just
last
want to
one.
thank y'all for
Yeah,
this,
the
man. This
closing.
was awesome, bro. Like y'all hold this every Thursday, right?
Every
Every
other
other
Thursday.
Every other Hey, man, look, we really need to really pack the buildings, like bring more tables in, cause I think like if we like inflict like more people, like cause this conversation got like me wanting to go home and like be a better daddy on some shit. Like son said, a disruptor. It's like I know I'm in that bitch reading books myself.
Yeah.
And it's like when they hit me, like it used to be Juve and Soldier, and now it's Audible. You know, Marcus
Right.
Aurelius meditations. You know, or it's like it's some different stuff. So it's like I'm kind of like switching on them, and it's like what they seeing, like they done seen all shades of daddy. So it's like to like show them like the higher sides and like feed off of your brothers and like really get uplifted, man. That shit gold chair around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, B.
All right, man.
So we got a little game we want to play for the last thing. We were speaking of code switching and switching up your lingo and all that shit. And black people be fucking some words up. I'm gonna just tell you right now, we done switched the lingo up. We got words that we say that mean other shit. So like we want to get y'all participation on it. Like some words that black people say
That's only for the culture.
that's only for the culture. You can come up to the mic or you could tell code a word and we gonna use that shit in the sentence.
Like Mo Control.
More control, wild magnolia,
And look, like I
refrigerator.
said,
What wild magnolia mean?
Wild magnolia means it's crazy. Like that's wild magnolia. Like you out your medulla oblongata. Like you out your mind. Like you wild
But why the
magnolia.
magnolia?
Just wild magnolia. I don't know. Just wild
Is
magnolia.
it Magnolia Projects or Magnolia the flower?
Probably just wild magnolia.
I think that's where it came from.
The Magnolia Project.
Yeah.
It
Well,
gotta-
not specifically from them, but like us.
It came from the flower.
yeah,
Is it wild?
wild magnolia.
What you mean?
It's so wild, but it's crazy though.
That was
Wild
in all
magnolia means
boss
crazy.
music.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Slim. What 5150 come from? What that mean?
5150.
Hey, look, if you want no slang, you gotta ask people that been to the
Hey, you know all the slang? Because I'll be lost.
What does 5150?
Crazy.
Out where?
There. Out there. There.
Out there.
That's police code though.
50 is what?
100.
1% over. That's Beyonce. 5150 is that pipeline is from Baton Rouge to Shreveport. They're the retardedest.
They're raggedy. The retarded.
Retiggity.
I only got one word.
What?
Go. Yeah, go is definitely stable.
That's
the
another
culture.
one that could be used different ways.
What's some words? I need to know some words, bro. I don't-
Pussy.
Oh man.
Wait,
Why it said Sweet West Saturday? I
We gonna
didn't know it had a W in that word.
edit that out. I can't let my mama hear
Don't
that.
say that.
Bike to bike.
What is jumping shive on it?
Ooh.
Jumping shy.
Yeah, what is shive exactly?
What is
Huh? Because I done been shive before, but I don't know
Like
how.
shy. What does that
What you
mean?
shive to the picture?
Shucking and
Shive.
jiving.
Hey, look, I done been shive before.
I don't know what shive is.
What does
I got
shy
Like-
mean,
like-
Gordy?
Like
too
you
young
use it
for
in the
that.
sentence, but you don't really
Like
know.
using it in a sentence.
I don't know what shive.
We went to the club last night.
Yeah.
Son, we got a whole Louisiana got a
We do.
That's a whole
That's a whole Like that's a whole one too.
yeah around there. Yeah.
That's just like whoop-de woo.
My little whoop de
Like, that's like whoop-de woo. Like my little whoop-de woo. Like my whoop-de woo. We whoop-de woo and the whoop-de woo.
Whoop-de-whoop is like,
Like that's my
son,
little
look,
whoop-de-woo.
nigga tell you a story and a whoop-de-whoop cover like 10 days.
Yes.
Right?
Hell yeah.
You know, whoop-de-whoop.
That ain't woo woo.
Yeah, like whoop-de-woo and we
We up in there
whoop-de-woo.
talking and shit.
She's talking about blase,
But look,
blase.
check it though.
Blase, blase.
That whoop de whoop got a cousin.
Look,
What it is?
Da da da.
Yeah, da-da-da.
that's basic. That's the bait.
He over there talking and da da da. I said,
Yeah,
man,
you know,
I
all
don't hear
that
that shit. So he go on and like woo 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 and shit.
Yeah, that's the whole story.
And
Like,
then,
the
like-
story. And I get it though.
So he
I
can
get
say
it.
You know, and then my
woo-woo.
fucking whoop-de-woo called my
Man, I bust
phone.
the fuck out there, boy.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, it could be anything.
My little yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my little yeah could
Oh,
be
yeah.
anything. Like yeah, yeah, or my little yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is the yeah?
Yeah,
What-
with the yeah.
what
Yeah,
is-
with the yeah.
Ultimately, what is the yeah?
Hey, listen, son.
get your
Yeah,
The yeah.
yeah is a noun. Look, she got the yeah right there.
She got the yeah right there. She got the yeah.
And that little
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah, is anything that you need
Yeah, I need the yeah, right.
Man, Ashley just bought the yeah.
She bought that yeah in that bit.
Like, hey, with me though, when it comes to the culture and creating, like, I always like to make this comparison. Like, I like to fuck with emojis. I like what black people do to the definition of emojis. I actually think It's
Hieroglyphics.
it's hieroglyphics,
Yes.
dog. Like that's why they couldn't understand the hieroglyphics because you got to be of this culture. You know what I'm saying? I can send you an emoji and I can send you an emoji and they mean two different things.
Right.
Because y'all know me. You of this culture.
I
You
don't
know
be
what I'm
fucking
saying?
with them emojis like that too. I
Man,
think
I
I
write
be
a whole
using them
sentence.
bitches wrong.
Man.
Because no, you use them how you need
Right.
to.
I say something, man.
How did we get the Z-A-Z-A out of the word exotic?
Oh, black people short. Hey, look.
Black folks recreate everything.
We gonna shorten. Cause look,
how
you bet
you
we
pull
gonna
that?
shorten some shit.
How you pull
Black
that out?
people short and shit.
But exotic ain't even got no Z in it.
It ain't got no Z.
Exotic. That's Zape.
Hey, bro.
Exotic. Yeah, bro. We'll shorten anything. Like yo,
Ebonics is the best thing that ever happened to the universe.
It's slang, man. You need
It
it.
is.
It's necessary.
In Louisiana, we just so different with it. Like
What the
in
street
our
My
slang?
little water.
Well, listen, the
my
street,
lordy.
the street slang change every 14 days. If you really in the streets, like somebody go hit you with something new. I don't do no.
Trap could mean a lot. Shout out Trap Wings.
I
Right.
do trap.
Love you, Dad.
remember when people used to say that? Chap.
Chap.
Yeah,
Man, that
Chap,
boy,
Chap hit.
Chapter.
You remember hit?
Hit.
Like
Oh,
she
you
hit.
better call me
Remember Poofy? Like she poo.
That nigga said dirt
Chap
rock.
hit.
Dirt rock.
Yes.
Oh,
What
my
about
God.
Flicked It? Y'all remember Flicked It?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Man, that
yes.
shit flicked.
Nigga, Flicked It.
I never
boy.
used Flicked It.
Trust
I
the
done
plus.
clicked out on that boy.
I didn't clicked out. You mean to crash out?
Trust the
nigga.
plus.
That's like crashing out. I'm about to
Why
crash.
should I trust this plus?
I just said, never mind.
Right. Boy, trust the plus.
No.
You ain't hit this.
Hold on. This the ultimate one. Anything you talking about, look, you don't must be the truth.
Oh yeah, look.
It must be the
dog.
truth.
It don't
See, we
matter.
need to stop that shit. Cause you could be doing anything. Look, man, you know that boy died. Huh?
Must be
Must
the
be the
truth.
truth.
Must be the truth.
Got to be true.
Must be the truth. Must be the
Light
truth.
flicker must be the truth.
Must be the
Nigga,
truth.
You is lying.
Why we can't split the post?
Oh
Because
no.
you never split the
Cause
pole.
it's bad luck, son. I don't know why.
I don't know the reason why.
I don't.
I ain't
Bad
lying.
know.
luck.
Hey,
Bad luck, baby.
The nigga that split the bowl dead.
Right.
That's why.
Nigga died right after.
That's
You
why.
can't split no fucking
No.
pole.
Hey,
Man,
when y'all first started dating, y'all mama ever told y'all, man, he smelling his drawers now?
Yes, I always tell my students, y'all smelling y'all drawers. They be like, what that mean? You're cutting up.
You're doing too much.
You doing too much. Sit
You
it
doing
down.
too much.
Y'all wrong for telling them that.
You smelling your drawers?
Y'all just want to use that on.
Yeah,
You smelling your
they
drawers.
waited to get old, huh?
Like,
So like
Behind
at the
scenes,
age y'all at right now, like what's the oldest thing that y'all said so far?
Ooh,
Facts. 3 hands. Come here, let me show you something.
Because when I was your age,
Come here, let me show you something.
For me,
This how you clean that up.
24/7, I say shit. I be sounding like oh shit.
I don't know.
shit.
That's how many years.
Shit.
When you asked me last night, was I coming to the box? Shit.
Shit.
Well, you know I'm going to sleep.
I ain't even lying to you.
All right,
on,
man, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
Man.
For true. For true. And you gotta say it like that.
For
man.
true.
For true.
And how long is Coon Days? Anybody know?
How long is what?
Coon Days.
That
I ain't
boy
see
Cool
was
you.
days and cool days.
I ain't see you in
And
Coon
cool
Days.
days.
girl.
That's a long ass
long
time.
time,
And
long
who's a
time.
long ass
That's the
time?
whole
got to
app.
be,
Just letting
son.
Slim do all the slang.
Right.
Right. And who the fuck is Cooter Brown?
Hey, he drunk. He drunk.
I know one thing. That motherfucker be drunk, huh? Drunker than Cooter Brown. God damn.
Right.
Oh my God.
That nigga be. I feel like.
You know Cooter Brown drank gin, right? So
Right.
you got to drink like poison to be drunk.
Right.
Wow.
About a taco vodka. That's Cooter Brown right there.
Skull.
And
You
the
gotta
culture
drink
just
skull.
dope.
Yeah, plastic bottle alcohol get you drunker than Cooter Brown.
Right. But man, we thank y'all for coming out, man. Give yourselves a round of
Right.
applause, man. This was a dope ass ep, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
This
Fucking
shit
right.
was dope.
It was dope as fuck because black people are dope. Like, when you black, you dope as fuck.
Oh, you
Right.
sell it?
No, no.
You ain't like that one?
Yeah, you dope. But
Nah,
nah,
man.
Black don't crack unless you smoke crack.
black don't crack unless you smoke it. That is facts.
Hey, I'm fucking. Hey, bro. I'm telling y'all niggas, bro. I'm about to make 40. I give myself about 56, 55. I'm gonna smoke a piece of crack, bro.
Oh.
There you
All
go.
right, thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for
This
coming to
nigga
the
goal in life
Convo
is to smoke crack.
Club. Thank you for
Boy,
coming.
you never gonna shake back.
Never. He's gonna be an addict. He an opioid baby now.
Boy,
You a
at
whole
40,
opioid head
you
now.
start smoking that part, boy,
I'm
you
gonna
never gonna
just
shake
smoke
back.
one rock.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Right.
Hey, brother, you know too many niggas in the hood. They gonna give you the best
But
rock.
guess what?
They gonna give you straight
We
no
ain't gonna
filter.
Jake and rock.
Straight drop.
And they'll get
Like, come on, you got that game.
stone.
Hey, bro, you don't get a twofer.
But look,
You gonna turn into Tyrone Biggums.
they used to tell us crack. Look, they used to tell us crack kill. All the crackheads we know
Still alive.
still alive.
Still alive.
Them niggas
That's the
superheroes.
longest lasting motherfuckers in the Hummer.
I seen a crackhead riding a bike with no hands with a deep freeze
Boy,
on his
I
back.
bought a boiling pot today for $25.
Damn.
Only crackhead do that.
I ain't gonna lie. The best thing I ever got from
Give
a
me the
crackhead
plug,
was
son.
a Magnum Light pipe for
Crawfish ball at Cody House.
I got a Magnum Light pipe for $15 from a crackhead. That's the best purchase I ever had.
That nigga Slim, dog. I go to that
Okay.
nigga house, son. That nigga come up. Yeah, son, I got this.
I got this weed bitch for $10.
That nigga had some shit. It be some old different ass shit. Yeah, son, I got a range for a fucking stove. I say, really? That shit just be sitting on the fucking porch.
Where did you get this?
That nigga had lights. That nigga could rebuild a fucking house right now, son, just off the porch, son. How much you pay? $200. It'd be like $8,000 worth of shit, son.
Yeah, like where y'all get this
Look,
shit?
fire, dog.
You gotta
And look,
be in the hood.
But yeah, son, you smoke crack. You about 30,
One rock.
20 years from now. Like the way the drug manifests, like every 4 years, bitch, nigga be able to text your ass a fucking rock.
Nigga say text me a rock.
And you open that bitch, and nigga.
Airdrop me a rock, nigga.
And nigga, hey look.
Drop the rock.
Nigga,
That's about to be the new slang right there.
nigga gonna be smoking metal rocks.
Boy, the trap dead. Smoking dope on Oculus, man, the trap dead.
I'm gonna smoke
Everybody going
That's
to
what you
camp.
gonna do, son. Look, just get your Oculus.
Right.
Be a VR
Why are y'all
crackhead.
encouraging this?
a VR crackhead. That shit tight. Nah, man.
What's your
look.
final thoughts, bro? What's your final thoughts?
I ain't even giving no final thoughts, man.
Man, it's been a great show,
We done had a
bro.
lot of final thoughts.
Right, this dope,
Yeah,
this dope.
it's
So
dope.
thank y'all for coming out. I see y'all jingling y'all keys and shit. I know what that means. I know what the fuck that means. But I am your host, Jupac.
I'm Neek.
It's good, Street Sam.
Kilo.
Trey with the convo.
And your girl Kia Hot Spitter. We might rap for y'all. And we
Right,
might wrap
right.
it up. We might wrap it up and rap for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And we can't forget our girl Co on the
Cole
floor.
on the floor. Let's give it up for Cole.
Bartender.
Ashley the bartender.
Yeah, we got Mama Amanda back there. She
Shout
like
out to
everybody.
Fairy Goddess
mama.
Mother. Love you, Fairy Goddess Mother.
Yeah, but
Man, get your ass.
we are the Convo Club. Good
Y'all can
night.
get some pizza, guys.
Y'all get y'all some
We the
pizza.
Thank y'all for coming
Convo.
out. God bless
Y'all
you.
get-
Good night.
Thank y'all for coming.
One slice per person.
Y'all get y'all some pizza after I get mine.